This is Boxing Talk 8576. I want to talk about the Lore Canelo fight. I didn't see it because I didn't order it. I didn't see it last week, but I just seen it today on Showtime. You know, the replay. I know it's a lot of controversy with this fight. I heard several channels say Laura won. The most I seen was that Laura won the fight. Laura got robbed, or things of that nature. I want to say one important thing about this fight. It was not a great fight as far as action is concerned. So this fight, you really had to look at the fight and kind of judge it based on what you like. You know, if you like ring generalship, counter punching, aggressive fighters, fighters that go to the body a lot. My thing is, I'm gonna start by saying, when initially me and some guys on the round table, we used to talk about Laura and Canelo, what they fought, and I used to say Laura would beat Canelo because I thought Laura was the better fighter. I think Laura is the better boxer. If it came down to a boxing match in the center of the ring, I believe Laura will win that fight, and I still believe Laura will win that fight today. I seen a fight with Laura when he fought what's the guy name? I forgot. Angulu. When he fought Angulu, and I seen the pressure that Angulu was putting on Laura, and I said, maybe Canelo, if he fight that in that way, putting pressure on Laura, maybe he could be successful in some spots that Angulu was successful in, and maybe he can pull off the win. And I'm not gonna be biased. And then I say about uh, 3 days before the fight, I was on the phone with boxologist 78 in zone 6, and I surprised everybody, and I said I picked Canelo, and they said, why you gonna pick Canelo? Aren't you the one that said Laura will beat Canelo, or Laura is a better fighter than Canelo? I said yes, but I seen the Angulu fight, and I thought Angulu showed me some things that if you put pressure on Laura, Laura will not, stay there and counterpunch you as much as he would, him fighting a conventional quote unquote boxer. So that's why I picked Canelo. Now I'm gonna be honest, I did say Canelo. I thought Canelo will wear Laura down and knock him out by the 10th round. That didn't happen. That clearly didn't happen. So I'm not saying I'm not an expert. I was just going by what I seen, and I seen Ngulu was able to land his power shots, and I thought Canelo, because Canelo is faster than Ngulu with his hands and put combinations together better, I thought Ngulu would probably have a chance to stop Laura. But let me get to the fight. The first 3 rounds of the fight, I thought Laura did, I thought they did good. I thought he did better than Canelo. Canelo came out like I thought he would come out. I knew Canelo would not try to outbox Laura. Some of the guys on the phone said they thought Canelo would try to outbox Laura. And I said to them, I think Canelo learned from that Floyd Mayweather fight. Canelo tried to outbox the quote-unquote slick boxer in Floyd Mayweather, and he was not successful. He got blown out on the scorecards. And I told him he learned a lot from that Mayweather fight. He was not going to come out and try to outbox Laura. He knows he can outbox Laura. His camp knows he can't outbox Laura. Oscar De La Hoya knows he can't outbox Laura. Oscar De La Hoya didn't even want him to take this fight. That's a story for another day. But I knew he was going to come out pressuring the fight. I knew he was going to make the fight. And it was up to him to, put his impression on the fight to get the win, enough to get the win. and I thought he would be able to stop Lara. It didn't happen. Lara, let me tell people about boxing, man. Let me tell you, because I've been in the ring, and let me just say some things. It's not boxing in the center of the ring when your back touches the ropes as much as Lara back touched the ropes. He was running. That wasn't boxing. He was not turning Canelo in the ring. He was running away from Canelo. It was like he was in the amateurs. It was like Lara was in the amateurs. Pop shot, get one or two clean shots in on Canelo, and then run. Then run and run and run and run. Like I don't have nothing against guys that move in the ring, because I believe you should move in the ring. I believe you should use every aspect of the fighting game. But this man was running. His back was touching the ropes way too much to call it moving around the ring effectively. He was effectively running around the ring, and Canelo was chasing him around the ring. Now, I thought Canelo did a good job of cutting the ring off at certain points of the fight, and others maybe not so well. But I think Lara did a great job of running in the ring, man. So I thought Lara won the first 3 rounds of this fight, and it started changing around about round 5 when Canelo started landing these vicious body shots and was slowing Lara down. I thought Canelo won. I'll say 115-113. Canelo was a score I had. I thought it was a lot of close rounds. So anybody that had it 115-113, I can see why, because it was a lot of close rounds. A lot of rounds was hard to score. But I was getting to the aggressive guy, man. He was aggressive. He was effective. Reason why Canelo was effective. See, people look at the upstairs work. People look at like, man, Canelo wasn't hitting them upstairs, but Canelo was hitting them with a lot of clean body shots. You have to count body shots. Body shots count in boxing. People forget about the body shots, and people say, well, Canelo was aggressive, but he wasn't effective aggressively. Yes, he was effective aggressively because he was landing body shots. That's being effective. He was landing upstairs, but he was landing more to the body. I agree, he was landing more to the body than upstairs, but he was effective, aggressive. He was making the fight. It seemed like Lara was trying to run out the clock. Like my guy Zone 6 said, they're not going to let fighters come in there 1 or 2 shots and try to run out the clock and think you're going to win a boxing match. This is the professionals, man. You cannot come in here like an amateur 1-2 and try to run down the clock and try to win a gold medal or try to win the Golden Gloves. You're in a professional ring. You have to fight like a professional. You cannot run away from a man and expect you're going to get the victory. You just can't do it. It's not going to happen, man. And I applaud the judges that gave the close rounds to Canelo that were actually close, and Canelo was making the fight. I myself give close rounds to guys that are making the fight. If both guys are close in the round and they landing, punches on each other, but the other guy is clearly running away from the guy that's making the fight, I'm gonna get a fight to the guy. I'm gonna get a round to the guy that was aggressive and it was effective aggressively. And Canelo was effective aggressively because he was going to the body. Let me say another thing. This would have camouflaged Lara much better in this fight if Lara was not so scary, and he should have turned Canelo, because Canelo's feet clearly is not as fast as his, so he should have been turning Canelo in the ring in the